Plaintiff Arthur Moon dated the defendant, and he claimed she constantly accused him of cheating, even though she's the one who would stay out until 4 in the morning. Arthur's suing because he claims after an argument the defendant vandalized his car and sprayed him with mace. Defendant Levitra McKissick insists Arthur is a womanizer, and she even put a tracker on his phone and caught him at his ex's house. Levitra insists the argument in question was instigated by Arthur's daughter, and she's countersuing for breach of contract.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Judge, I was here in 2002 with the ex over car damage.
And this is an X over car damage.
It was over car damage, yeah. So now I'm back again, suing my ex.
Where you from?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne, you got to be the biggest fool in Fort Wayne. Go ahead. Go back here for the same thing, for the same problem. Go ahead, sir. Did you win that time?
No, I didn't.
Playing the law of averages. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
So I've been knowing Levitra since grade school, and we was cool then. So we decided to get into a relationship last September. She was jealous, insecure. She would accuse me of cheating. She would stay out 4 o'clock in the morning and not answering the phone and accuse me of doing stuff.
How long would you be out without answering the phone?
I don't even go out. I stay at home and wait on her.
I'm gonna leave you alone. All right. No wonder you lost the first time. Moving on to her already. Ma'am, why do you think he's cheating?
Because I have several text messages, which I have on video.
That shows him cheating, that talks about him cheating. Evidence that he's cheating, or just you accusing him?
He's a womanizer.
You have evidence, or you just accusing him?
I have evidence.
She's accusing.
I have evidence. I have evidence that's on video.
Did he come home at 4 a.m. like you?
I've never stepped out.
Who beat who home in the mornings?
He is lying.
You get there at 3, you get there at 4, or you get there at 3 and he get there at 4?
I'm not even a cheater.
She stay out with her friends.
I'm never a cheater, and my friends will tell you.
What clubs are open at 4? You go to after-hour joints? I don't even think they have any after-hour joints in Fort Wayne.
It's a pandemic. Ain't nobody going out.
All right, sir. Give me some more background on you all and why you broke up. She said you're the cheater. She gonna prove it. She said she has never stayed out until 4 a.m. Now, go ahead. What else you want me to know?
Okay, so
did you all fuss a lot? What?
Her and my daughter got into a verbal altercation on July 17th, earlier that day. It started off as a verbal altercation between them two. And it ended up in a push and shove kind of match where I jumped into it to stop it from going any further. And so later on that day, that's why I assumed that she got mad, and that's why she came over to my house, to my sister's house, and flattened my tires and sprayed me with mace. And I got a video on page 1.
First of all, all right, let me back you up a little. You all didn't live together?
Not at the time. Not at this time.
All right. And do you know what started the altercation between her and
it was Levitra interrogating my daughter over text messages, worrying about if I'm over my daughter's mom house and stuff like that. So
all right. So they got into a fight and you got your car messed up over your cheating.
No, I wasn't cheating.
So it doesn't pay for you to cheat. Let me hear from you, ma'am, about the incident or how it came to that with his daughter.
In May, he moved out randomly. May 15th, and he only paid $150 of May rent.
All right, was that before or after the incident?
This was way before the incident of July. So I'm ready to take you to July 7th. So May 15th, he cut out. We still was messing around, you know what I mean? Clearly, he sees something great within me. So we continued to mess around, and
he said everybody else did until 4 in the morning. Go ahead.
Right. So we go pick up his son. That's who we were going to pick up, his son. And just so happened his daughter was there at school as well. We were both shocked to see that his daughter is there because he knows that me and his daughter, we all have this rivalry thing going on. Because
about what?
Cheating. Because he was at his baby mama house one night, 5 to 6 hours, and he lied. And I put a navigation on him. I put an iPhone tracker on him, and I tracked his phone, and it led me right to his baby mama house. So I stood outside in my vehicle, like I was supposed to, well, really not supposed to, but I did it anyway. That's what
Let me ask you before you get to the specifics of the damages
Mace
once
getting sprayed in
again.
my face.
And that is, what were you all falling out, you in particular, a grown woman, with his little baby about?
Infidelity, because she...
You would fall out with a little baby over your man's infidelity.
Actually, the argument started between him and his daughter.
Right.
And she called him a chump, so he grabbed her by her neck and told her,
I want to know how you got
Right,
involved arguing with his little daughter.
Right, I'm sitting
a
in the car.
grown woman.
Right, and I'm sitting in the car, and she addresses me. I hadn't said nothing at this time. I'm in the car with my kids. I have that on video footage as well, how it all started.
How?
His daughter out of nowhere just got to calling me B's and H's and talking about she gonna bust me in my mouth, which I
Why
have
do you
right here.
think she was saying that?
Because he's going back and forth between the mama and me. And she felt some type of way. You know, I got 4 girls and a son. The family got jealous because they were seeing that he interacted with me and my girls. And, you know, they wasn't paying him no mind, so we was. So then all of a sudden, when somebody else finally paid somebody's attention.
But on the other hand, you've admitted to you were beefing with his little daughter about, yes, you were, about his infidelity. You said that.
No,
you
I
just
said
that.
No,
you
I said
did.
she felt insecure.
No,
about
ma'am.
him
You
going back
said,
and forth.
I asked you, what were you falling out with his daughter about? And you pointed. His infidelity?
I said those words, but I didn't mean it in those words.
Let's get to you, sir. She told me she understands that she had a beef with your little daughter about your infidelity.
She had a problem with my daughter because my daughter...
How old is your daughter?
My daughter's 15 years old.
Mercy.
And my daughter didn't fall into her trap. My daughter didn't tell her...
What was your daughter falling out with her about?
Thank you, because that's the truth.
She interrogated my daughter. My daughter didn't tell them what she wanted to hear. And that was, obviously, he was over here.
Go ahead. They thought they could flip your own daughter against you, and they couldn't. Go ahead.
So they disrespected, started calling her out her names through texts and stuff. So that's why my daughter had something against her. So it was a verbal abuse. A verbal confrontation when I went to go pick my son and my daughter up July 7th.
Between who?
My daughter and Levitra.
But why?
What did you see? Or what is your understanding of what happened?
It was a verbal confrontation.
Why? Just because they saw each other?
Because they saw each other, and my daughter still had some frustration against her of them interrogating
What did your
her.
daughter do? What's your understanding of what happened?
She said something to her. She was like, "Oh, what was that stuff that you was talking on a phone, saying you was gonna beat my?"
And what did the very grown woman do?
They had a verbal confrontation. I stepped into it before it got out of hand.
But why?
You tell me why.
His daughter didn't like the fact that I'm with her dad. That's what I meant to say. So she just didn't like that. So she got the disrespect of me calling me B's and H's.
How did you encounter her?
She put her hands on me.
Ma'am, how did you encounter her at the school?
We were in the car with him, and she was there.
She came to get into the car?
Yes. And she got in the car, and they started arguing, and then it got quiet. Then she said, "Oh, so B, woo, 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 this, that, and the third."
You all in the car?
All in the car, and I got all that on video.
Go ahead.
I started video recording. She got to disrespecting me. I said, "Arthur, you need to get your child. Arthur, you need to get your child because I'm not going to disrespect no child. This is a kid, you know? Get your kid." So before I know it, I'm popping the truck to get me and my kids, a blind child, out the car to move on. This little girl ran up on me, attacked me. Arthur slammed me on the ground. I got
Is that what happened? Your daughter attacked her?
That's a lie. No.
What happened?
My daughter said something. It was still... had a verbal conversation.
In the car? You didn't tell me they were all in the car together.
We was all in the car, Judge. And Vitra she did get out the car, got her stuff out the trunk because she wanted to get away.
Good, did what was right.
And so my daughter got out the car too, still talking crazy to her. And,
what did you say to your daughter?
I'm telling my daughter, "Shut up, Anna, shut up." But I can't. She's not. My daughter's not hearing me, and she's not hearing me. So they going back and forth. About maybe a couple minutes later, I got bum rushed. It was like,
by who?
My daughter ran behind me and she was running towards me, and I was in between them. In between them. So before they can get to each other, I'm standing right between them. Before they start shuffling and pushing, some kids backed my daughter up, and I held Vitra and backed her up. So later on that night, she was mad and came over my sister's house late that night and flattened my tires and sprayed me with mace. And I got on page 1. I got a video.
Let me hear what she tells me first, ma'am.
I have video as well.
Tell me first what happened.
Of his daughter attacking me.
I heard that part.
And me defending myself. And I have threats of him.
Ma'am, tell me about what he said happened later on that night.
Oh, I have no idea because at this point,
flatten his tires
he got too many women. I got video of that.
I got a police report.
Did you talk to him at all later that?
No,
Sir,
I did not.
You never talked to him later that evening?
Nope. Once that was done, that was.
And you have a police report that indicates what?
I do.
That I called the police and made a police report that she came over.
You have that report? Do I have it as evidence?
Page 2, yes.
And did they interview her?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
They didn't catch her.
And you have a video that you say backs up what you're saying?
Yes.
Now let's see. What do you want to show me?
This is her car right here. She's parked in front of my car. Can you hear it?
See, she just makes me.
I can't see what car it is. I don't know what type of car she owns. Can't see or hear anything. Ma'am, you have a video of what happened that night?
I mean,
what is your video of?
My video is of his child assaulting me, and I just feel like that needs to be seen because today's children.
And where was he at that time?
He was right there.
Okay.
He did nothing to stop that little girl.
You have that? Let's get that together. Hers is pretty clear so far, Doc. You got a problem.
It was ugly for you, though.
Hers is really clear.
She's still mad. Still mad? Oh, I can't even believe you, dog. Let's go.
You're going to lose again over your car.
See, this is why.
This is where I'm standing with my children.
Because, see, I would put my child in their place. You're going to take sides? You're going to take sides and say she's still mad? Why would you bring me around this?
Y'all can't
Hey, I swear to God, I ain't telling nobody about nothing.
She's still mad at that because she didn't have nothing to do with it.
You let her do this to you.
God
bless her. God bless you. God bless you, Arthur. No, ain't no man. This is a kid. You dog head. This is a kid. This is a girl. You run up on me. You take this.
What's happening here?
I'm getting hit. I'm getting jumped by all three of them right now.
Ain't nobody getting
by the father. By now, I'm slammed on the ground.
What do you say the door?
I walked right into it before they start pushing and shoving.
Okay. And they never fought?
They never fought.
So when you walked in, what happened?
When I walked in between them, the football kids came and got my daughter and backed her up, and I grabbed her and walked her back to back her up.
And what is it you want me to show me? I did hear you giving credit to you, say that's why kids should stay in their place. You were trying to avoid going off, and that's what I expected of you.
Yes.
And you did do what I would expect a woman to do with a 15-year-old. So I did hear you do that. But what do you have you want to show?
I have this proof right here of my nail completely broken off, my elbow bruised up, my lip busted.
What page is that? Sir, you said they didn't.
She tripped and she
6, 7,
she
and
fell.
8.
Tripped and fell.
She fell.
Okay.
You got that on video too?
How did I fall? If you would have grabbed me.
I was backing
normally
you
when
up.
You go, Your Honor, normally when you go to break up a fight, you grab the aggressor. You don't grab the person that's walking away.
Well,
I got grabbed and
they
slammed
had
on
my
the ground.
daughter, so I grabbed
my lip
you.
is busted.
So you wouldn't
My
run
lip
up.
is busted, and I did everything rightfully. I also pressed charges, and I'm waiting for.
Do you have any evidence other than that which I couldn't see or hear regarding the Mace?
My police report. I have a police report, page 2.
What does it say? It says what you told them?
What I told them, yes.
Okay. And did they ever interview her?
They didn't catch her.
You know where she lived. They don't give up on the first drive.
Well,
That's not how police operate. They don't run around and then say, I don't see him. This case is over.
I told them her address.
Okay. And
they left after the situation.
I know, but a follow-up, sir. When you call the police and allege someone has assaulted you and has committed damage against your property, you usually follow up and say, hey, police, the woman that sprayed me. Remember, I called y'all, gave you a police report, Told you where she lived.
And filed a
Give me an
restraining order.
update.
And filed a restraining order, page 10, which I followed up on that.
Want to watch it?
Okay, they tell me I have your video backstage. I'll be back shortly.
Stay seated. This court is back in session.
Come play it up here for me so I can just repeat it word for word. Okay. Or do I just push play?
What you gonna do? Put me on there.
What you gonna do? Put me on tape?
You just sprayed me, right?
Yeah, B. Had your daughter for what your daughter did to me. Had her put her hands on me.
She just makes me, y'all.
I'm taping. Yeah, go ahead and tape. Please put it on video. And he did. Your claim is dismissed for perjury. Yours is granted. Have a good day. You finally won one in here.